All right, everybody, welcome back. And the question I have for you today is, where is your training at? Where is your firearms training at? Where is your physical fitness training at? The last couple of weeks, I've stepped up a little bit more shooting two-gun competitions with PCSL. About 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago now, I was able to attend a class that was put on by the Atlas Training Group here in northern Georgia that focused on two-gun competition, pistol and rifle. Uh, and they specifically focused on how to lay out your shooting, shooting from one shooting position to the next shooting position, how to engage your targets, how to see everything and not get tunnel vision. In the past, when I have shot two gun competitions, I've noticed myself getting really, really bad tunnel vision. Um, and because of that, I wind up with a few failure to engage targets. Like there's targets that I don't shoot because I'm so hyper focused on the one above it. I don't see the one below it. And as a matter of fact, this past Monday when I shot two gun competition, I had one of those. I got that tunnel vision because it did have two targets that were stacked on each other. I engaged the one up above, and I completely missed engaging the one below it. But it's taking what I've learned, what they've taught me, and trying to put that into practice. So I highly encourage everybody to get out there, find a competition, shoot a competition. When you go, ask questions, ask for feedback. Get somebody to film your run so that you can see what you're doing. So that when somebody says, "Hey, when you transition from this target on the left to this target on the right," in the moment you may not even pick up that you're doing that, but if you get somebody to film you, even that, even though the other competitors have to stay behind you while you shoot, you'll still be able to see what they're talking about. Hey, you remember, this pistol target here on the left hand side, you went left to right, try to maybe open up your train of thought to maybe engaging from right to left. So take those skills, take those things that you're learning, and refine them. And the only way to really to refine them is to get out and to actually do it, to compete, to shoot. Don't pigeonhole yourself into just flat range shooting, just punching holes in targets. Try to incorporate a little bit more dynamic shooting, and ask for feedback. So now on the physical fitness side of things, remember, physical fitness is very important to maintaining a level of readiness, and just for overall everyday health. Uh, Now, I'm not talking about getting super crazy and, 5, 6 days a week into the gym. After dinner, go for a 20-minute walk. If you have dogs in the house, take them for a walk. It's getting to be that time of year. The weather has warmed up here considerably in Georgia. We've seemed to have gone from almost from winter straight into summer, is what it feels like. So, at the very least, get out there and take just a 20-minute walk. Start with that once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, and then slowly build up to that. Even body weight exercises at the house, squats, push ups from your knees. The point is adapt everything to your current capabilities, and then step up from. Don't be disheartened because maybe you can't do 100 push-ups right off the rip. Everybody starts somewhere, and everybody's got to start. Everybody starts at the bottom, and then we work our way up. And we get better over time. The same way we do with shooting, we get better with repetition. So keep doing that. Stay focused on that. Stay committed to a healthier lifestyle, and hold yourself to a higher standard when it comes to your shooting. On a dietary note, one thing that I would recommend everybody do: start cutting back on the sugar that you drink, that you consume. Maybe less Cokes, less Gatorades, Powerades, things of that nature. Me personally, right there, gallon of water. I try to drink at least a gallon of water a day. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But even if I get, a half gallon to 3/4 of a gallon of water a day, I notice that I feel different. And you will too if you just start, substitute in just a half gallon a day to start with. Cut back on, the number of sweet tea, of Cokes. There are plenty of alternatives out there. Um, I firmly believe that, contrary to what many things have been put out there, sweetener alternatives are healthy, in modest amounts, of course. When you hear studies talk about how they're cancer causing for, aspartame and other things of that nature, usually that's in super high quantities. But if you substitute a regular Coke, for maybe a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero, start out with that. They've just about, I honestly can't really taste the difference between a Coke Zero and a regular Coke anymore. Maybe that's because, I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect. I've convinced myself that it's healthier for me so that it tastes better. But I'm happy with a Coke Zero or a Pepsi Zero or a Root Beer Zero or even a Mountain Dew Zero, things of that nature. If you're worried about your caffeine intake, and everybody should be, I think um, the recommended medical standards, believe, is 3 milligrams of caffeine per pound of body weight. And there are several days where I do exceed that. But if you're someone that is sensitive to caffeine, uh, caffeine free Coke Zero, great alternative. Sprite Zeros are a great alternative, things of that nature. So there are other options out there other than just water. But I would like for everybody to focus on um, drinking more water. 3 bottles of water for every Coke that you drink, something along that lines. Mix it up so that it doesn't get boring, so that it doesn't get stagnant, so it doesn't feel like work. And then, but make that a habit. Continue to do that. Continue to focus on that, and then eventually it will become second nature for everybody. So just wanted to say real quick, thanks everybody for coming by. Thanks everybody who's liked and subscribed this page. I'm continuing, we're continuing to grow with your help, and I greatly appreciate it. As always, if you want better, make better. The only way to make better is to be better. So hit that like and subscribe button, and let's push this out and continue on with the message. And oh yeah, drop down in your comments. What are you training this weekend? At the range or in the gym? And we'll see you guys on the next one.